journey started with co-creating things, and now you are revolutionizing footwear. What inspired you to shift your focus to shoes?
So what's interesting is that the co-working space that I had won for us for Thinx was on the far west side of the city in the Star Lehigh building, and there was no train, there was no city bike, there was nothing to get me there, and it was a 15-minute walk each way, and I had already commuted by train to get there from my home outside of the city. So my shoe collection at the time was probably 100 pairs, but every shoe had a story. One I could wear like maybe 2 blocks before jumping in a cab. The other one might be beautiful because I loved how it looked in certain dresses, or it made me feel empowered. It was a great silhouette, but man, were they painful. And I also had some comfortable shoes, but they were ugly. You know, they were not something that I want to wear. So I was literally down to 1 pair of classic booties, a black low heel boot that I was like, okay, fine, I will wear these. These can get me through day and night and be okay with my outfits. And I just started to think like there's got to be a better way. So while I was working on Thinx, I was the COO and I led the design of those products, and I really poured a lot of creativity into that. My creative wheels started to churn because just like when I designed the underwear, I was like, how can I make a woman's shoe better? Like, where are my pain points? And so I started to think, wouldn't it be amazing to envelop the foot in a cushioned pillow everywhere of comfort? Like there is a pitch happening with a heel, or any type of shoe, any heeled shoe, any flat shoe even had no comfort, And so that is how it began. It was, what do you say? Necessity is the mother of all invention, right? Like I needed something like this.
With new production partners in Spain, how has that impacted the quality and the craftsmanship of your shoes?
It's amazing. I'm so happy where we are now. I really applaud us for our resiliency because, entrepreneurship does take what could be perceived as a failure. You take it as a lesson and you just keep going, and you have so many peaks and, mountains and valleys through the whole journey. I've probably quit this company like 250 times. I'm not kidding. Like it takes a lot from you, but I still believe in it. And I believed in it continuously I was like, I've got to find the right partner. So I ended up making, this is a component. Okay. This is a component. And this is a component. And so many components come together when it's making shoes. This is another component. Okay. So a person who was making one of my components, his father was a legend in the shoemaking industry. And he had helped Donald Planner, among many others, grow to massive, behemoths in the shoe industry space. And he saw what I was trying to do. His son shared with him, hey, Dad, this woman, she's like, from America, she's doing this new thing, and she's making her shoes in Spain, and she really needs to find a new production partner. And I just wanted to share this with you. And his dad, had already actually kind of taken an early retirement. He was set. He had his factories running, making components. He's a businessman in many verticals. And he saw my shoe and he heard about what I was doing, and we set up a call. And lo and behold, this man comes out of retirement because he saw what we were trying to do, and he shared it with the women in his life. And he was like, what do you think? And they're all like, you need to do this. And so he is my amazing partner in Spain, and he got us some great factories. Factories are very closely held. It's not like you can go to an index and be vetted, and these are the brands they work with, and this is who to call, and this is the cost of the product and minimums and all that stuff. No, they don't make it accessible. And I find it to be, now that I've been in the shoe industry for a while, I find it to make a lot of sense because of also how hard it is to make shoes, why fashion labels don't often start with shoes or even have shoes at all. There's so many fashion brands. I'm sure you could think of so many, Mariah, that don't have shoes, right? But they've got gorgeous clothes, maybe, right? Or maybe they go into accessories. Shoes are hard. So finding the right partner has been a dream, and a dream come true. And I'm so excited. We had our very first 6 styles that launched at the beginning of last year. Now we have a whole suite of amazing pitches coming that are like 90 millimeters. And again, super soft with technology. So we're reclaiming all of these silhouettes that are typically problematic. And we're making them with a partner that gets the innovation, that has innovated with me, that has, and it takes strong relationships, like definitely a testament to my partner who joined us that was like, okay, I have all these great connections. I'm here on the ground working to keep reflecting back to them what you're telling me. And yes, of course, I have meetings with them also, but he's got to keep encouraging them on. It's almost like you're, I don't want to say like at battle, but like you kind of are. And you've got your, army, and you got to keep progressing. You got to keep telling them what the strategy is, and you got to keep adjusting, and you got to keep going forward, and so his leadership, my vision communicated, like all of these pieces coming together, the partner being an expert in beautiful luxury shoes, and then taking all of those skills and applying them to our highly technical shoes and innovation is just a happy, happy marriage. So I'm so excited. We just launched the Vitas. And we have some more stuff coming like shortly on a plane from Spain, like as I speak to you right now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Find a partner in Spain who is able to propel your brand even forward, even more, and that you have so much coming for 2025 and beyond. That is very exciting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, many brands prioritize either, aesthetic or comfort. Why do you think the industry has been so slow to merge the two together?
Beauty is very seductive. Like it's alluring. It's beautiful. There's a divine geometry. I'm wearing like the tree, I think it's like the tree of life. It's the Fibonacci sequence, the, mathematics on a scale of proportion is alluring. It's seductive. It's, there's something about an angle like that that's just captivating. You could wear a potato sack and put the shoe on and you will look great, right? So there is form and function finally with what I've done coming together, but sometimes it's not been that way. A lot of times you can see bad design out there that's not that way. And in the world of comfort shoes, historically, once they started to figure out, oh, well, people have foot problems, or, oh, well, people want more comfortable shoes, or whatever it is that spurred on the development of comfort, right? They've oftentimes made them to look like orthotic, unattractive, bulbous, bulky, like shoes. And that will alienate, definitely a large part of the market. And so what is selling and still sells are these aspirational, gorgeous shoes. But when you wear them, I gave up on them. I said, I just can't. I can't anymore. And our customer, which is interesting, tends to be a woman right in the heart of, she's had some troubling shoe experiences earlier in life. So here she is, and she's like, oh my God, I want to wear these, but I can't, and I miss them. And so here she's coming back, and she's like, oh, you have made an amazing invention. Thank you so much. So, yeah, it's not been easy to do either. That's the other answer, is that, like I said, innovating, trying to embed and disguise and make it beautiful. Like, that insert is a beautiful insert. I want to look at that. I want to put my foot in there. It's asking me, oh, there's my big toe. Oh, come. Oh, there's my ball of foot. Oh, come put me on your feet, right? And so, and this is my first hand skive design that a female shoemaker made for me by hand. And we got it, I think also the other problem is that these industries have been often dominated by men. So men are designing our shoes, men are designing our underwear, men are designing still a lot of things that for us women that need to function for us as women. So these aspects oftentimes are just overlooked because they're not suffering from it themselves,
Yeah, definitely true. So thank you for sharing. And the interior is absolutely gorgeous. Those are those little details that are so appealing to people. They're like, not only is it comfortable and the exterior is stunning, but inside, whoa, look until you see that. You are going to love it.
Yeah, art, right? Like art makes life beautiful. I love the piece behind you. Like just having beauty in the products that you design. I think like Apple did a great job with that, right? Like how do you make a sleek package, and intriguing? And what is that? Like the first computer with that sloped back, like, that looks different than what I've seen before. Design can be very considered. And I grew up with that, by the way. Like that is the worldview that was shaped for me by my parents. So I have a unique perspective from because of where I came from.
Mm-hmm. And if you could see every woman just owning one pair of shoes, what style would it be and why? Even if it's from your collection.
Oh, just come on. There are so many that I love. I will give you a sneak peek of some of the things that are coming. But I do find that for that special event where you just want to wear, let's say it's like a long dress, you really want to walk in the room like a regal queen, any one of our Vitas. I mean, they're just stunning. I really love all of the different shapes that you could do. This is the lasso. You could even take this off, So any one of the ones from the Vita line are premier, a reclaimed 90 millimeter, it's more than 3.5 inches heeled shoe. A bestseller for us is actually the Emma Jane. People love these two straps. And by the way, every strap is considered too. All the straps are padded, soft ultra suede linings, no friction. The toes are cushioned. Everything is cushioned throughout the entire upper of the shoe. That's our patented slim SoftSurround System design. And I mean, people sometimes really want a lower heel, right? These are special sneak preview for you, Mariah. A Dorsey. And I love these. This comes in, so many different fabrications, but this is a great snakeskin. And we have a black patent and a neutral, but a great low heel for those that want it, but still with all the cushion support all throughout. And this kitten heel comes in a few different other things, like a twist and a slingback. Another one that's great for events, another preview. Look at that gorgeous shoe. That's our Jackie. That's our strappy sandal. Adjustable. And by the way, ballistic nylon heels. I have a patent on this. So every time I would go in the city, I would get stuck. Not every time, but too often. I would get stuck in a city grate. When I would go into the city and I would walk, my heels would nick because of the city grates. I'm sure maybe you've gotten caught in a sidewalk. Have you ever done that?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Yes. And so I did not want this to shred. I once bought it was crazy. I did buy a $1,000 pair of shoes once. And after wearing them once, the leather shredded on the back. And I was like, this is crazy. So I wanted to address that. Every shoe is wrapped in ballistic nylon, wrapped heel. We have a patent on that. And then really though, if I were to say the number one shoe, like the number one that every woman should have, I would say this all occasion heel, because it is that classic point. It's so beautiful and crisp and clean. It has a great heel height, but everything is so soft. This is a folded over seamless edge that we're doing now. And this flexibility, look at that flexibility. Like I have a liner on the back, but like it feels like you could dance like all night long. I had someone put these on the other day and they said, what? I feel like I could like run a marathon in these. Like, this is crazy. And her reaction, I was like, yes, that's exactly it. Like you want to feel that good in them. So, and more are coming. So it depends on what you like. Some would really like low heels. We got those. Some like a rounded toe, an almond toe. Some like the pointed toe, but that's what we want to do. We want to offer the essential styles that you can choose from based on what you love, because we're reclaiming them for you to wear.
Well, thank you for those sneak peeks. I love a good kitten heel. I always tell myself I'm trying to live my Carrie Bradshaw life. Sex in the City, wearing heels every day as I go to get my taxi and Uber in Manhattan. So,
Go girl. That's right.
our heels are exactly, what people are looking for.
Yes.
So for our last question, what advice would you give to someone looking to break into fashion or footwear?
Advice for breaking in. Wow. I mean, again, footwear is not easy. So it's not for the faint of heart. Make sure you're brave, courageous, resilient, work on those skills. Absolutely have a network of support. The entrepreneurial journey can be very lonely. You might have a huge team, but you're the one, like if you're the founder, which I am, like you're the one making the decisions. You're the one that has to grapple with, oh my gosh, I have $100,000 worth of inventory coming in, and do I need to send it there or there, and to meet this demand and this? Like, these are big, important decisions that affect the trajectory of your company.